Please make yourself at home. Aha! It's you. Welcome, welcome. If you're looking to stave off hunger, you will find no better place. We serve high-quality growth, freshly slaughtered. This seems like your kind of place. Aha, yes, friend. This is the place. Now, just enjoy yourself. If you need something, holler. And I do mean holler. Our food supply. We are holding on. The growth farmers have been working tirelessly to make sure there are no major disruptions. I am unsure how long that can realistically continue, but I trust in the Great Serpent. How do I feel about it? Not good. Not good. But I am holding on, though. There's no point in becoming bogged down by fear. I also feel strangely honored in a way that I am able to serve the people of Dazra in this time of need. To offer them food and allow them to, if, well, only for a moment, escape to a simpler, safer time. What an honor that is, truly. How long has it been? Maybe 45 years? Oh, it is painful to say that. I remember the day my younger brother and I began our first shift in the slaughterhouse. He barely knew how to handle a knife. Some years later, though, he was practically running the place. He passed some time ago. But the meat house still holds so many wonderful memories of him. I am so thankful that the Great Serpent saw fit to spare this place. Come back another time.
Word around the city is that emergency food rations are running low. I pray our food supply holds firm. How can you be so sure?
Great Serpent, please help me.
Perhaps it is not so where you are from, but we demand law and order here. problem?
Excuse me, Vindicator. Can I have a word? Thank you for stopping to talk to me. My name is Lijana Dulkev. Normally, I would ask how I can help you, but under the circumstances, I'm the one who needs help. I oversee the delivery of goods to those living outside the city. Unfortunately, I lost one of my couriers to the recent catastrophe. I have sought a replacement, but extra hands are in desperately short supply. I appreciate your sympathy. I wouldn't normally seek help from someone I don't know. However, I am not above admitting my situation. The truth is, this is about more than just a business transaction. It is very important to me that someone makes these deliveries as soon as possible. The truth is, I am new to this position. When I assumed these duties, it was impressed upon me that I would carry a great burden. The Ministry has never failed to make a timely delivery. Our reputation in this regard is flawless. That reputation and my position are both now in jeopardy. With every rising and setting of the Great Star, yes. And often at midday as well. Perhaps the Great Serpent has guided your path to me in answer to my prayers. The delay has been too long already. If the situation is not resolved soon, the people will begin to lose faith in us. I cannot allow that. It is my duty to uphold our high standards. Time is wasting, so I will get to the point. I would like you to be my new courier. Our deliveries are paid upon arrival. You can keep the payments for yourself. The Ministry of Commerce has a sterling reputation, and it is my duty to uphold it, no matter the cost.
I think that we should help her. Those supplies might be important, perhaps even vital.
They are indeed, and our customers have been waiting far too long to receive them. Please tell me that you will accept. Don't force me to beg on my knees where all can see. That's correct. Just make the deliveries and collect payment. There's no need to report back. The money is yours to keep. Saving our reputation is payment enough for me. Only 3 packages. Hardly a burden. With that being said, it is a dangerous time to travel outside the city, so be vigilant. You have lifted a great weight from my shoulders. I thank you. Here are the packages. One is for Alikja Dalka, who you can find at a nearby growth farm. Another is for Firan Nostal, who is working on some repairs at Hamati Station. The last is for Lazim Balian, who can be found at the shrine to the north of the city. May the Great Serpent grant you swift and safe travels.
Greetings.
I'm sorry, but I cannot just give you supplies. We are stretched razor thin as it is. We have examined your children and found that they were not in immediate need of treatment. Other patients are in more dire circumstances and require assistance. I do not like it any more than you do, but that is exactly what I am saying. Your children will be fine if the Great Serpent wills it.
Apologies, but I need to prepare to treat a patient.
The guards overheard my neighbor forsaking the Great Serpent. What a fool. I've not seen him in days.
Serpent's Grace, are you a new volunteer? I was told you'd be coming yesterday. Or was it today? By Jinan. What day even is it? Already? By the Herald, you're right. Which means time is at a premium. My name is Vasilis. I am a Herald's assistant. Or I was, until the cataclysm took out much of the city and half of the people with it. Now I'm part healer, caretaker, warrior. The list goes on and on. Much of the city is just gone, as well as much of our staff and facilities. So we've all been rushed into larger roles with inferior tools. We're stretched thin and wound tight. I feel like the skin on a balloon. I am hoping you can help let the air out. I would gladly take a fire over what's happened to our city. You don't need Jinan's sight to see things are bad. No, bad is the wrong word. What happened here was tectonic. And while the wounded are being tended to, I'm most concerned with those in the city who haven't sought help. What we need is for people to check in on the elderly and the infirm. They lead more sedentary lives, which means they are more likely to be stuck in their homes in need of help, but having no way to get it. Thank you. There are many in need. But I would like you to start with Reagan Ueda. His home is not too far from here, near the Halls of Obedience. I need two things. One, see if he's okay. And two, make sure he's taking his medicine. Plus, it will be good for him to see a friendly face, to give his spirits a lift. He's long in the tooth and a tad absent-minded. So, don't worry about distracting him. He'll do that all on his own. You got interrupted maybe by the wind? I'm sure there's a good reason you're not saying anything. It's to help with his memory. It's a bit scattered already, and he has trouble remembering where he left things. I've heard stories that he's taken to hoarding. That doesn't sound good, but maybe it'll help him keep his mind busy. Just trying to think of the bright side. Sort as that may be around here. About that. So, I was on the fast track to be a herald once upon a time. Emphasis on the was. Turns out I'm a bit squeamish when it comes to blood and viscera. So for now, if you're hurt, talk to Hantan Irara. She's far more qualified. That's not to say I won't be capable someday. It's my dream, after all, to become a herald. But one cannot serve the house without first carving the dagger. I was on my way to the Scaled Citadel when I saw a bird in flight pass overhead. It inspired me to write a hymn, so I stopped in my tracks to reach for my slate. I had barely started typing when I noticed the ground spilling at the edge of my feet. I looked down, then up, to see a vast crater of nothing before me, and fell to my knees. I can say for certain I was there, at the very line between life and death. But I never witnessed the vortex perform its terrible works of death and devastation. Somehow, that troubles me more. In the time since, I've wondered why I was spared, when so many were lost. Perhaps it is the will of the Great Serpent that I be here to help those in need. Under normal circumstances, yes. Under these circumstances, the concept of overworked doesn't exist. In Dazra, violence is a part of life, starting from the day we are asked to sacrifice our growths. So much of our service is dedicated to bloodshed, and I grew tired of it. I wanted to perform miracles of a different kind, but I don't know if I am capable of such things. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
What could we have possibly done to deserve this? What angered him so?
Have all the supplies in the inventory?
Never ends.
Yes, I've completed it now. I fear to ask, but how dire are our circumstances?
Do not worry so much. Do you not believe that the Great Serpent will provide? We can hold out.
The Great Serpent will provide, but on his own time.
Even in these trying times, we are doing all we can to keep House Varun supplied.
Leave me alone. I'm retired. Working. Goodbye.
Hello, Vindicator. Malibor has kept me informed of the situation. The deadlock of the High Council. I hope your presence here means things have changed. I see. I'm pleased that the Council is once again working towards a solution. It felt wrong not to help. Do you know where I was when it happened? The incident, they call it. I was in the temple next door, conversing with my cousin. I was in the middle of replying to him about... I don't even recall. Some meaningless bit of family drama, I am sure. One moment, he was there, and the next, gone. My cousin, the floor, the wall, just gone. I found myself looking out at the scaled citadel, unable to comprehend. And now, here I stand, the elder of House Dulkev. My loss? Yes, I suppose. Although, from an outside perspective, one could consider it a fair trade, given my new role. Perhaps even a gain. I appreciate the sentiment, but we shall never know. You cannot imagine it. A single moment of pure, terrible silence. A meter's distance was all that separated me from whatever has become of Dazra. I find that through all the chaos and the scrambling since, my mind drifts back to that moment. I could be gone as well. But here I remain, spared. And I do not know why. And where is this forward leading? I'm sorry. I should shoulder my own burdens, not force them upon you. I've grown so tired of the Council squabbling, and I want no further part in it. I have no demands, no requests. All must serve. And House Dulkev is no exception. The Speaker has always been the guiding light of House Varun. In his absence, it is of no surprise that some would find themselves lost, stumbling in the dark. Here is what I can tell you. Sometime before our current calamity, Enesco Varun approached me looking for information about his grandfather's time. He was frustrated at the lack of progress. House Dulcev keeps extensive records, you see. While I was never told the exact reason behind the inquiry, I was able to deduce a fair amount. I provided him with the shipping manifests from the time of the Serpent's Crusade, materials and equipment that suggested some highly specialized research. I told Enesco where those materials had been sent. Weeks later, well, you've seen the Citadel. You know as well as any where we are now. The timing is too close to be coincidence. Enesco returned from the site in unusually good spirits. He boasted of something called the Vortex Interlock, and that it was the key to unlocking some new unseen potential. Whatever records exist of this interlock were swallowed up with the Citadel. And as for the original site, executors were sent, but did not return. And we can spare no more casualties. So I suggest you visit Malin Dam to the southeast. I believe it is more than it seems. It is the only place to learn more about these vortex interlocks and what connection they may have to the events at the Citadel. And should your search be fruitful, make sure it is known that House Dulcev was proud to serve when called upon.
No! Not again! Great Serpent! Why can I not leave this place? More than a few steps, I'm lost in darkness. Please, release me from this.
When you are older, you will get your tattoos like me.
They are so pretty. I cannot wait. I want tattoos just like yours.
When you are older, you can get them. I think they will suit you better.
Does it hurt when you get them?
It is good to see you. Business has been slow since the calamity struck. Welcome to the Alteration Clinic, where you can change your look to change your life. I am not allowed to call it that, but where you are from, that is what you would call a shop like mine. Even those in Dazra are surprised. The shop was set up by my father not so long ago, after he came to acquire the machine. The alteration clinic is still a novelty to a lot of people here. I must admit, I am excited that you've stopped by. Maybe a customer from the settled systems can add an air of legitimacy to my little operation here. Enough to keep the machine running, but business has never been lucrative. Well, it was not a legal transaction. Look, this is my shop. I do not have to answer these questions. This is a completely legitimate operation, and I do not condone my father's actions. No need to worry. It is perfectly safe, I assure you. I keep the machine in good working order myself. And my training is as good as any enhanced practitioner in the settled systems. My father and I spent hours scouring the machine's instruction manual. Be seeing you!
Guess what she tells me? She tells me there is somebody else. Never loved me to begin with.
Mother has been busy lately, so I do not see her very often.
I pray that the Great Serpent will deliver us from our hardships soon.
May the Great Serpent guide you, and the rest of us.
In the year 2240, House Faroon went to war with the settled systems. What has come to be known as the Southern Crusade. Was an attempt to make that a reality.
What do you think? The Serpent's Crusade.
What do I think of it?
Yeah. Do you think it was...
Now, where did I put it? Serpent's tongue. I'm getting tied up with my own system. It says here, senbei. Rice crackers. Did I mean a crack in the wall? Cracking a code? Tough nut to crack? Oh, hello. Have we met before? Oh, well, in that case, it's nice to meet you. And I apologize for the mess. I've been trying to keep everything here sorted, based on a personal system. The problem is that it's all gotten to be too much, and I can't find my things.
Well, my keycard for one, socks for another, and one more thing. Something important, I think. Yes, I pick a word that reminds me of another word, and that makes me remember where it is. There might be a slate around here that has more details. Maybe look around for those. Oh, several things. I just don't recall what they are. Maybe it was for a door? I'm sorry. I'm so forgetful these days. Not my socks, but socks. He's a dog plushie. White as a pair of socks, if I recall correctly. Of course, no guarantee that I do. No, but I'll know it when I see it. I think. Oh, that would be grand. This seems more like a two-person job. With my system and your gusto, we'll find exactly what I'm looking for. Whatever it was. I'd help, but I'm a little lost at the moment.
Out of shelf space, but you really shouldn't put things on the hearth. There's a whole box of paper towels here for no reason. And don't get me started on the stuff in the cook pit.
Well, I don't put it there on purpose. I'm in the living room, and I need some place to put things, and it sort of happens. Also, I was trying to keep round things together. Round circle, round things. And Sox's helmet is round. I have a whole system based on word association.
It's no wonder you're always losing your things.
handful.
I need about 10 more hands and a cargo ship for that one.
I see.
Careful, don't knock over the vase. You keep too many notes. It's confusing.
It makes sense to me.
It just looks like word spaghetti. Like, why does this say keycard, rock thrown at my face?
Duck.
Huh?
When someone throws a rock at you, you duck. I keep my keycard under it, in the sink. And sinks make me think of sinking. That's what happens to forgotten memories. They sink into the depths of your brain.
Jinan, that's a terrible system. Just a reminder, I'll be over tomorrow to help organize your things. The trash goes into the bin, but the clutter we can place on the shelves. We'll get everything sorted and just how you like it. Love you and see you soon.
The Great Serpent is always with us, at work and at home.
You'll never guess what I found. It's a music box.
Oh, that old thing? It probably doesn't even work anymore.
Well, that's because you never sing to it.
Pardon?
You have to train this kind of box. You fill it with a song, and it will remember the melody and play it back to you.
Oh, I don't know. Are you sure that's how it works?
Lost, alone, amidst the dreams, whispers, a voice sings for our trapped world, unheard.
That's a very catchy song. Hard to forget. Like an earworm.
Worms in your ears would be hard to forget.
I'm just saying. If I heard it, I would remember this day. Remember us. So would you, I think.
Well, I plan on sticking around for a while, but okay, deal. If something were to happen and we forget each other, we'll play this song to remember.
Deal.
What do you have there? A music box? What is that? A music box? I don't remember owning that. I wonder if it even works. Would you mind? I'm not very good with these things, but hopefully it still has a little bit of song inside. This song, I can't. I remember now. This song. It's the one my granddaughter used to sing. She used to help me around the house, doing chores, tidying up, and then the accident happened. And I haven't seen her since. Have you ever had a dream that was so vivid you thought you would never forget it? Then you wake up and none of it remains. Only a longing for something you'll never have back. Most days, that's what I feel. Empty and alone, but never sure why. But when I hear that music, the dream becomes real again. And it's too much for this old man to bear. Yes. She was volunteering at the old orphanage in the heart of the city when the accident happened. So many were lost. So many. And yet, I still had hope she would return. But every day that passed, I could feel the hope in my heart start to wane. And when you played that song, I felt an emptiness swell over me. And I realized she's never coming back. I know you mean well, but I can't keep doing this. The more I cling to the idea she's still alive, the harder it gets. If you don't mind, I have a favor to ask. Keep the music box with you. The song, it carries too many memories. and with it, a pain I wish to forget. Yes, and it's my choice. If you have mercy, let me live with it. Thank you. You need not do anything special with it. But I can't bear the sight of it. Now, if you'll kindly leave, I must get back to my things.
This city. I can hardly understand what I have seen.
The request for aid and supplies never cease.
Yes? So, how did it go with Reagan? Sadly, that's the way of things at the moment. These days, it's hard to account for who's missing and who's gone. But the difference hardly matters. Loss is loss, no matter the form. In any case, thank you for doing this for me. I'm sure your visit helped him, if only for a moment. If you don't mind, can you come back in a day or two? I will have more work for you then. I most certainly will. Tazra's problems are many, but its character continues to shine through in people like yourself. Regardless, even if our paths do not cross again, Jinan bless you for your assistance.
It has been quite a challenge to keep all of the records.
Seems the Adlon brothers are arguing in the plaza again. That Amila has always been no good.
Hello? Must say I'm surprised you are still here. If I were in your shoes, I would have turned heel and ran as far away from this place as I could. All that was good in Tazra is dead and gone. We appreciate it, but some of us have lost too much already. I'm not talking about buildings or plazas or temples or offices. I'm talking about people, like my wife, that are no longer here. Dead and gone. No amount of your help will bring them back. I could not care less if I get in trouble. If I disappear now, because of the things I have been saying, it would be a mercy. Look at me. Do I look like I care if I live or die? I'm a walking corpse already. The Great Serpent saw fit to kill everything I held dear in this lifetime. And he chose to torture me by leaving me untouched. My fate is not seeing me through. Because perhaps it was our faith that put us in this position. Unless you can find a way for me to trade places with my wife? No. That is selfish, I know. But I would give anything to trade places. What can I say about my Mira? She was always talking. She could go on and on about anything. A book she read, a dream she had, a future together. She had a low, soft voice. But the world is so much quieter without it. And Great Serpent, she was beautiful as the stars. She was self-conscious, though, but she had no reason to be. She would cry about her appearance at times. Who doesn't? And it would break my heart, because she was perfect to me. Some of her sensitivity must have rubbed off on me, because I cried a lot when we were together. I felt like I could be open, vulnerable. I never felt that way with anyone else. And she would just come to me and put her forehead to mine. She was... she was... Good. I think I may take some time for myself now.
I have not seen my sister in days. Great Serpent, I pray nothing has happened to her.
Forgive me, I am tired today.
All must serve.
House Kadik seems to have remained largely unscathed. How fortunate for them. Any adventure you can fly... What does your scanner reveal?